Over the last years, climbing competitions coverage got better and better, with insight from setters often provided by the commentators.
But the head routesetter told us that it could also be done and was maybe intended to be just a left hand first, right hand quick match, and left hand pistol. So we could see a couple different ways of doing it. It's interesting. I've seen a lot of the girls mimicking or miming as if they're going to cross to that first pinch with the volume. And if I remember correctly, the routesetter told us that it was supposed to be right hand first and match. Maybe that'll throw some of them off, or maybe they just know what sequence works best for them.
This insight into the setter's intentions is often very valuable for the general audience, but nothing the competitors should be concerned of, as I argue in this video. Beta is climbing jargon that designates information about a climb. The complexity of beta can range from a small hint about a difficult section to a step-by-step instruction. Often beta is talked of as if there is one ideal way for everybody of solving a boulder problem. Some athletes have become hyper-focused on the intentions of the routesetter, allowing little room for their own adaptability, problem-solving, and creativity. In this video, I will describe why I regard concerns about the intended beta from the routesetters at best meaningless for the competitors, or even holding them back in the worst case. Let's look how this problem plays out. All competitors tried this option first, with the successful athletes exploring other options after their first failed attempt. All make this problem work for themselves with vastly different solutions. What works in each case and what leads to success depends entirely on the individual climber. Therefore, we want to be careful with blanket statements about climbing technique or beta that may ignore an individual's unique movement requirements to different solutions. Let's put ourselves into the shoes of the routesetters for a while. With the exceptions of a few setters that almost exclusively set for comps and performance-oriented training camps, most setters' day job is setting in gyms for an experience-oriented audience. Gyms nowadays try to set themselves apart with rich assortments of holes and attractive route setting. For setters, this means that in order to find jobs, they need to promote themselves on social media. Some problems nowadays seem to be set for attractiveness on social media first, as attractive and Instagrammable are considered dynamic, big movements that cover impressive distance and often involve intricate momentum transfer mechanism. Counter movements enhance jumping performance when using an arm or leg swing, and translational and rotational kinetic energy are exchanged in a whip-like transfer. With these big attractive moves though, can come a lack of attention to detail. These details are recognized by experienced climbers and used to their advantage in a competition context. No routesetter is happy about an easier solution to their intended beta, but it still happens to even the most experienced of them. This tells us how trustworthy their intended beta is. Setters are just proposing options and affordances. During the 4 or 5 minutes that you have to find the solution, you shouldn't waste your resources with concerns about the route setter's intentions. You have to simultaneously compare your skills and the requirements of the problem and gauge the result. You have to scan the relationship of the holes and volumes that are graspable and not too far apart. Different layouts afford different behaviors for different climbers and different mechanical encounters. Difficult moves often require things happen simultaneously. Step-by-step instructions can never truly describe that. The ability to detect individual affordances and distinguishing possible from impossible actions lies at the heart of climbing. Think that unintended beta is more likely to happen in complex arrangements with many moves, but variations occur even between attempts of the same climber and within single moves. Here, 3 solutions were demonstrated to control the hold. This rather powerful looking one, then letting the body swing under just the left hand, and matching on the hold as quickly as possible. This climber explores option 2 before she switches to option 3, matching on the hold as quickly as possible. When climbing, you have to recognize when to continue your course and when it's time for a change. This vitally important recognition and ability to make crisp, swift decisions in your best interest is called adaptability. Higher skilled climbers use the kinematic information from the environment and apply a motor response quicker and more accurately than lower skilled climbers. The difference often starts with the visual search behaviors occurring during pre-ascent inspections of a route and during the climb. While there is abundant information about physical preparation for climbing, there is very little concerning the mental and technical aspects and almost nothing regarding skill acquisition in climbing. If you found this video interesting so far, you might want to check out my Ideas to Improve Your Climbing video series on Vimeo. The third installment of Ideas to Improve Your Climbing, for example, is about problem solving and best practices of improving perceptual and decision-making processes. Thanks for watching and best wishes for your next climbing contests.